check audio levels super duper quick. It's a brand new game. We know how that goes. Let's see. Da-di-da-di-da. Yeah, alright. I think it's okay. Alright. Gonna go and get started. So we are here playing Ace Attorney. So yeah, let's go. Let me move this so I can see the chat. There we go. And so we start on August 3rd at 9:47 a.m. at the District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Yes, he is very definitely a prick. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Phew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you. And your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean, you knew the defendant before this case? Somebody here be like, hey, conflict of interest. But you know, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Yeah, me too, Mia. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair, oh. I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna die. God, same though, honestly. Yeah, tag yourself. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Aw, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy that they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Haha, funny. In the 23 years In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. And that I owe him one, which is why I took the case to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. I'm gonna run out of voices to do, by the way. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Not. I can't, man. Yes, Your Honor, I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. I just realized, like 5 minutes late, but my thing's not lighting up because it's through Discord and I am muted on Discord, so I'ma just go ahead and do that so that I'll light up in the corner. Alright. I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. I need to click back in here. There we go. Yes, Your Honor. Gold. Hands shaking. Eyesight fading. Honestly, me too. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. So, our choices is main character, Larry Butts, or Mia Fey, the senpai. So I think we know the answer here is Larry. The defendant, well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you, and you'll do fine. I promise I can read. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report to cover... Oh, sorry, I can't read. Glad I read the case report cover to cover... Okay, glad I read the case Mercy. Alright. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot temporarily. Me when I'm trying to read. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record that you can see at the bottom right where it says tab. So let's push tab. So we have the attorney's badge. Okay, well that doesn't help me. Cindy's autopsy report. Time of death. Okay, so this looks like the victim's information. So to be sure, I can also push R and I can look at the profile of the people that are involved. So here, we see Cindy Stone, age 22, the victim in this case. A model. She lived in an apartment by herself. So I'm going to go ahead and backspace, so now that we know it's Cindy, let's move forward. Just press tab to check it at any time. Yeah, sorry. Yes, remember to check it off. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Cinderblock, yeah, me too. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was... Dun dun dun. So in the case you don't actually remember from the video, the little cutscene we had at the beginning, you can also check the autopsy report, and it says loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Also known as she got hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all of my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was this statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. So now it tells us that we've gotten a new piece of evidence. So if I push court record now, it shows up here and it tells us a little bit about it. It's a statue in the shape of the Thinker, and it is apparently very heavy, or rather heavy, sorry. I can read. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only that evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. Look, I'm checking it. Look, I checked it again. Look, I'm checking it. Look, I'm checking it a lot. Alright, I'm done now. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? You just can listen. Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. God, I am so bad at, phrasing. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean? Wait, wrong voice. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it, lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the court record. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on July 30th, day before the murder. Indeed. Oh, wait, that's not the right voice. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. God, I wish I had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes. Older men. he gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah. Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I... ... wait and see what happens or stop him from answering? So let's make the good choice here and stop him from answering. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof. There we go. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I think I've changed my voice for the judge too many times. I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Gulp. Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Have him answer honestly. Honesty is the best policy, especially when you're dealing with the law. I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Like that's actually gonna get to him. Yeah, I was there, I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Alright, I don't think I can do that. I need to stay low for my little, Mr. Payne voice. Lying. The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. Sawit. I need to enunciate the joke names so much more. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? God, what? I don't have that many voices, yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. I promise I can read. Witness testimony, the witness's account. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in our apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. the man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Are phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Perusal. Dude, I went over this literally, 4 months ago when I was first playing through this, and I couldn't say that word that time either. Blackout record. Electricity to Mrs. Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime.
Now, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may begin your cross-examination.
Dun, dun, dun. Cross-examination, Your Honor. Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do?
Cue tutorial.
Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony witness. Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? She was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with tab, then point out the contradictions in the testimony. Alright, so we have a few options here. Escape is like actual options, but we have two options here. We can either present evidence, so we go to the evidence page to say, hey, this contradicts what you said, or we can press. So this guy says he is going door to door selling subscriptions. I press. Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take notice of him. No, he needs to be high.
I don't know, he just seems strange to me, that's all. He was like he was mad, and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime.
The defense requests that the witness refrain from conjecture.
Of course, what the witness means is that the man he saw looked suspicious. So, what happened next?
I thought he must be in a hurry.
I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him.
You're gonna hear a lot of hold-its when you play with me. I literally press literally every single thing instead of like the two things that stand out. Half open, you say?
Yes, the door was the door was open halfway. Yes. I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. That's odd in a big city like this, I thought. I see. And what happened next?
I literally have the same voice for them, just high or low.
Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment.
What gave you the idea to do that?
Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek?
I really don't like the way he, goes back and forth. It makes me nervous.
We climb mountains because they're there. It's the same thing. Truer words have never been spoken. Anyone would look inside.
Why did pain cut him off so quickly?
So you looked into the apartment. What happened then? Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead.
Are you sure she was dead?
Well, no, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere.
I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Very well, what happened next?
I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside.
That's a big thing right here. So you didn't touch anything in the apartment?
Yes. I mean, no, nothing.
Okay, what happened next?
I thought to call the police immediately.
You thought? Oh, wait. You thought to call the police. Does that mean you didn't actually call them?
Please listen to the rest of the testimony. I thought to call the police. What happened next? However, the phone in our apartment wasn't working.
So now, if you notice here, I'm just gonna say before I press, he just 2 sentences ago, he was like, I didn't go inside, and now he's like, I'm in the house and it's not working. So I'm gonna do that real quick. The phone in our apartment wasn't working.
Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't, right.
But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you?
Oh, that, I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf in an entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. Why use a public phone?
Voices.
Well, you see, I don't have a cell phone. And being the middle of the afternoon, there was no one at the nearby apartments.
No answer at the nearby apartments. Ah, right. What time did you call again?
I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m.
"1 p.m.? Are you certain?" "Yes, absolutely." He seems really confident. 1 p.m.? Right. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. So, at this time, you say, what am I supposed to look at? You look at some of these, and I'm gonna go back now. It says time of death, 4 to 5 p.m. So this bitch saying, at 1 p.m. she was dead. Except the autopsy report says, no. So let's present that, see what happens. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes.
Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain.
Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes in the time of death are sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. But alright, sorry. He's literally me right now. How to explain this 3-hour gap?
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question.
Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart.
Wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again? So now he gets to revise his testimony a little bit.
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
Let's see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. And I do too. I hope that you guys see it as well. But, in the case that you do not, I would like to... Where is it? It's either this one or the next one, but the thing that we need to say is... From noon to 6 p.m., there was no electricity, so either at this one or 2 sentences before where they're like, oh, it must have been on the TV. We say, hey, why the hell is your TV running when there's no electricity? So let's see if this one's the right one. The music stopped, that means that's the right one. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard the television or a video. Gah!
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Solid?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Oh, wait, I remember now.
Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility.
That.
Oh wait, wrong person. That, and you seem rather distraught.
Did you see his wig, toupee, half flip?
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony.
Testimony?
Oh man. Let's hear your testimony. Once more, please.
And yet again, revised testimony.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. So, before I go into the rest of the testimony, I would like to give you guys a moment to think about this. So let's look at our evidence. Autopsy report, 7:31, 4 to 5 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. We have a statue in the shape of the thinker, which is heavy. Then we have the passport that says that the victim arrived from Paris, July 30th, which was the day before the murder. And the blackout record. Now, one of these very directly contradicts what Mr. Solid is saying. Let me go back. There we go. There was a table clock in the apartment. Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. So now, I would like to remind you again. This is the murder weapon. Let's see how he responds to it. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock?
What? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are?
Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit.
Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne.
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
Apology accepted. I see.
So the murder weapon was just a table clock after all.
Well, Mr. Wright,
it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock.
Do you have any problems with his testimony now? We always have a problem with everything. Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock was to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he... So we saw from the cutscene that he was in the apartment. He is the killer, so we're gonna go with that. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there.
I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with a clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
Well, that's the meaning of this. This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw.
Tag yourself. I'm the piece of hair that he swung at Phoenix.
Shut up, I hate you.
That's me at night.
It was him, I tell you, I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn, give him death.
I turned into a goblin. I'm sorry to all you goblinkins. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying. Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright. Your Honor? You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think through it carefully. Your Honor? The sound Mr. Sawit was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25. Ack!
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. So, one thing I'd like to note that I think is really interesting here is... Actually, no, I'll wait until the other thing happens.
You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh, what's he talking about now?
While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright? It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination. Mr. Frank saw it.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You liars are all slime. I almost had him.
Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. Mia. I mean, Chief. Listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow on the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking outside the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and... ... Think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Right?
Alright, roll credits. That's it, guys. We're all going home now.
Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? And you know, I can. Wait. Maybe I can prove it. Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence that that you can prove it. Yeah, I can do words. Find it and let him have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence supporting this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
I'll present it to you. I always forget that. I like always do that wrong. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the clock you heard, that's why the time you heard when it struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? But alright, roll credits, we're all going home now, again. I love this series just because of all the puns. Foaming at the mouth. Yeah, me too, dude. Me too. Order, I say.
That's not the voice. This is my judge voice. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly, and find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butt, not guilty. Dun dun dun.
Wait, that's not the right sound. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, let's go with that.
And with that, this court is adjourned.
Alright, roll credits. We did it. Oh, not yet. Okay. It turns out that Frank Sawit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house that day. When Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home.
After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find and went bop. I still can't believe we won.
Right. Good job in there. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you.
Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen trial end on such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel.
My life is over.
Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now?
Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon.
I don't know why I'm giving him this drawl. Good. Wait, no. I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed.
But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever.
Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind.
Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butt's innocent.
Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. God, I wish I had somebody who would treat me to a movie and a dinner. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present.
A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Yo, Nick.
Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just wanna cry?
Wait, I'm not Larry anymore. Larry.
Are you so sure?
Excuse me?
I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way.
Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really.
Yo, why am I getting pinged? 1 second, because I shouldn't have this notification rule and it's kind of pissing me off a little bit. Give me like half a second because can I edit my rules, please? Yeah, let's manage my rules. Edit. Oh, the perks of being a mod where I can get rid of rules when I don't want them anymore. Alright, cool.
Oh, I'm not sympathizing, really.
Isn't that right? Alright, roll credits, we did it again.
Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him?
Oh, yeah, right! What the heck is she talking about? It's this thing itself.
Take that!
Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock that you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer.
Really, I am. Thanks.
Hope that made him feel a little better.
Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never.
Alright, great message. Roll credits. We're moving on now.
Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off?
Yeah, I guess so.
Say, how about dinner? On me.
God, I want dinner on somebody else.
We'll drink a toast to innocent Butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him.
Yeah, part at least.
You'll have to tell me. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime, or maybe over drinks?
And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." Well, yeah, I hope so. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. Save progress. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and save it here, I guess, because I was playing another thing. But it's fine. Let's go back. Hello? This is Maya.
Hey Maya, it's me. Mia! What's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. Have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like a statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now. You know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. You have to take the clockwork out, sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 o'clock, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner, something good. Like burgers! I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal! Okay, sis, see you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. Conversation recorded September 5, 9:27 a.m. I don't sound very robotic-y. Oh well. September 5th, 8:57 p.m.
At Faye and Corporation, maybe? Company, that's the word. Faye et al. If you're like all the college shit. Alright, law offices. Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine. The papers.
I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have.
Miss Faye, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers.
How could you know?
You are not cogniferous of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see.
I should have been more careful.
My dear Miss Faye, I am so very sorry, but I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye.
Smack!
Goodbye. Red, white, blue. Goodbye, Mia. We will miss you. Rest in all the peace. Every single piece you can gather. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. Oh, what's that smell? Blood?
Mia! Maybe she's in her office.
So here we're given the choice to examine or move. So we can examine, so we can look at these different things. The blue is the cursor, and usually it'll turn orange. I'll show you another time, but basically you can move around and you can check things out. That's not what I meant. Anyways, let's move into the office. That smell! Blood! Sob. Sis? Someone's in there. Someone's there. Chief? Chief? Chief! Who are you? The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on a sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally, she was cold. Chief. Let's examine. So here sorry, it's yellow, not orange. Chief, it's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker, lying next to her, must have been the murder weapon. The thinker added to the court record. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Glass shards added to the court record. Nothing else that seems like clue here. Piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? The word is written in blood on the scrap paper. Maya? Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I'd better call the police and find out what that girl is doing here. Word is written in blood on the scrap paper. Maya.
Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I clicked the same thing again, didn't I? I see what I did. Okay, that's because I'm sorry. I'm dumb. I'm just really dumb. So, as you can see, if I try to click on a thing that doesn't do the thing, it'll say nothing here. Alright. Enough being dumb now. Let's go back. Move back to this way. That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Yipes! That was a pretty bad yipes. Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay. I work here. Maya Faye. Maya Faye. Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt? I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Let's try to talk. She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me. Can you tell me what happened? I came in. The room was dark. And sis... So she was already dead. So, you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting? This late at night? Yes. She said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes. It was that clock. It was the thinker. So let's do the thing that he suggested at the beginning, showing her this. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name! Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would sis write my name? Uh-oh, now I've done it. I'd better hurry up and call the police. So there's not much here. There's like the plant reception desk. I sit here. There's like really nothing. So I'm going to go to the other room that has the phone. Or not move. Right. I'd better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police, please, come quick. What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. So now, when we come back here, it triggers the wee-oo, 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 wee-oo. The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police!
Alright, I'm Detective Gumshoe, see? Dick Gumshoe, see?
Gumshoe? What an odd name.
We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder.
It must have been that woman I saw.
Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay?
Great. Just great. Maya... Wait, she wouldn't have... Nah.
Whoa, excuse me? This word Maya here mean anything to ya?
That... That's my name. What?
The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name.
Killer? I'm not.
Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am.
What?
Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal.
Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning.
Good morning. She looks so tired.
Are you going to be my attorney?
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. First things first, I better get her cheered up. Yeah, of course I will. Cheer up.
Really?
Whoa, did I say the wrong thing? She looks sadder now. What's wrong? You don't think I can do it?
No one could. Who would believe me? Even you, when you found me in the office. You looked at me like I'd done it.
Did I look at her like that?
No, I never thought. It's okay. I understand. And I've also heard about you.
Heard? Heard what about me?
I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day.
Today was my junior partner's first time in court.
Wow, really? How'd that go?
It was quite the scene.
Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while.
So he crashed and burned?
He's a genius.
One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types.
The only thing he's lacking is experience.
Huh? Sounds like it was fun.
Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now.
I don't know, Maya.
I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years.
That is, unless you want to be found guilty.
That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you.
No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia...
I know.
There's something I've been wanting to ask you.
Yes?
What's with that outfit?
Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say.
Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it that you do?
Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a
I can't talk.
I'm a spirit medium. In training.
A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange.
Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial.
Evidence?
Yes, that clock shaped like this thinker. The one Larry made.
How could that have been evidence in a case?
Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice?
Hear her own voice?
Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone.
You recorded it?
Yeah. I forgot how to delete those things.
So you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it.
Right. Oh, I just remembered that detective took my cell phone. Sorry.
Oh, right. Of course.
Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the thinker clock that Larry made. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her. My sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. So, you're an acolyte. Medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second, you said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course! She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Wait. What? So you're a real, honest-to-goodness spirit medium with ESP and all that? Yes, in training. Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit then? We can just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Huh? Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of the famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could ask him to represent him for me? Do you think you could ask him to represent me? Okay, let's do the thing. Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much. If no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry. Leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, then the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 o'clock this afternoon. And visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back. So now we can move to Grossberg Law Offices. Let's see what he's like in there. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Guess I'll just have to come back later. So let's examine his room. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. Yeah, me too. Me too. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. Alright, that's the other pun. Roll credits. expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished with deep luster. An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. And my personal favorite is over here. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter is made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here... Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. So yeah, we're at some super rich guy's office, and he's not in, because why would he be? The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry, I don't know you. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, and he was a killer. And you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were... Me too. All these choices, like A+, always. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right. At your service. Hang on. That's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, got the name right. Get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. For obvious reasons. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're a lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quick. Whew, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. So the first thing I'd like to do is this. We want the phone. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that. I have that. Do you think you could give it back? Sure, I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's on to me. If I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me. Something's the matter? Oh, no, it's just, you know, detective. Nope, I know nothing, pal. That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. A cell phone holds a little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets. You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal. I already checked all the numbers in memory. Impressive. You're quite the detective. Oh, here, you can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there after all. Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. Maya's cell phone received. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. So here we can push enter to check it, and it shows up as a log. And that's literally the same thing that we saw earlier. So yeah. About Miss Faye, did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Oh shit. Now, don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright, you can see the report, but that's all. Single blunt force trauma. Instantaneous death. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't gonna win. Why do you say that? The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on a prosecution. Edgeworth? I'm sure you know what that means, being a lawyer and all. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You all done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. No influence on the witness with their lawyerly ways, pal. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me your name, Miss May, huh? So, you sent her home already then? Haha, you're trying her lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not going outside her room till the trial. So, she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get to a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? For those in the chat, I'm just gonna say no for the explanation. Never heard of him. Whoa, and you call yourself a lawyer, pal? About 4 years ago, this Edgeworth guy became a prosecutor at the age of 20. Everyone says he's a genius. Surprised you don't know him. Of course I know him. I was just playing dumb. He's a cold, heartless machine who'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. There are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. So our options are back to the law offices or the hotel. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if this guy is back. And no, he's not, so we're just gonna go right on ahead to the Gatewater Hotel. September 6th at the Gatewater Hotel, room 303, because I definitely know how to read.
Well, hello there, handsome.
Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth.
You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal.
Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder.
Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting I can hardly contain myself. Ooh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness.
I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. Let's examine. Late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the law offices building, of course. You can see inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. And then the thing that everybody's wondering about. This picture! What? No? Nah. Still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever. One of those is hanging on the wall. The flowers are fake, as expected. I know some flowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. Alright, now I'll go to the thing that everybody's wondering about. There's a screwdriver stuck in the drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look.
Hey! What are you doing? No touching. Ooh, bad boy. You really shouldn't be pry around in other people's rooms, you know. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you?
Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident.
Ooh, observed incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I'm like a man with a big vocabulary.
Or if you want to, I'm gonna rephrase what she just said.
I like a man with a big dictionary.
I'm sorry for laughing at my own jokes. Actually, I lied. I'm not sorry. Better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day, the bad thing. What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty please?
Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer.
Oh boy. Could you just... Who exactly are you?
Ooh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me?
No, hey, I'm just doing my job here.
You know, you're cute when you blush.
Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do?
Well, no. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you?
Oh boy. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you?
Ooh, what an amazing...
What an amazing. Wow, I totally know how to read.
What amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives, like on television.
Oh no, not me. I'm just a lawyer.
Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage, Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers.
Oh boy. So she's really not gonna tell us much. So there's only a few things we can do. We can go back to the detention center. Hey! What is it? Did you meet the lawyer? Sorry, I haven't seen him yet. I see. Better go see if I can find this elite lawyer she's talking about. So here we can talk to her a little bit. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young. Please don't mind people going up and down the stairs next to me. And I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? So she could still be alive? The women in my family have been mediums for generations. Oh, it's great that you didn't hear the stairs. Awesome, so maybe my shield is actually doing something for me. I was like feeling the vibrations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer and she left the mountain. So, you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or would lose my powers. I feel bad for her, all by herself up on that mountain. So, who was this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow, so what happened? The case was solved. We thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. Dun dun dun. The police's consultation with the medium had been carried out in secret, of course, but a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud and the media jumped on it big time. My mother became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? White. That was his name. My sister told me. White. So that's not very helpful. But I can give you your phone, not check. No, I want to present it. I do that often. Hey, I got your cell phone back. Oh, Say, can I listen to my sister's voice? Maya's eyes closed. She's listened to every word with such intensity. But for long, tears began to roll down her cheeks. Thank you. So she's got nothing else to say, so we're gonna go ahead and scoot over here to see if we can catch the lawyer. Seems like Mr. Grossberger is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. That actually hurt my throat.
Haha, so you're the one they said they're looking for me.
I can't do it. I don't think I'm going to be able to keep this very long. Keep this up for very long. Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. You know, very generous on the weight.
That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now?
Yes, well, yes.
What do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed.
Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you?
Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, my boy. What do you want? Out with it.
Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya Fey.
Yes, Maya Fey. Go on.
Why the strange reaction?
Cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. Nope. No, it's not quite possible. It's quite impossible, is what he had said, because I can't definitely, right?
Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow?
Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion.
What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case.
Well, it's just, I'm busy, you see.
But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands.
Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye.
Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Oh, well, think not. Did you say something?
I think not, I said.
What do you mean?
I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy.
Why?
I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've nothing more to discuss with you.
What's going on here? How did you know Mia Fey?
She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see.
A mission?
You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion, never looked back, that one.
That's quite a painting.
Haha, you noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it, not even to you.
I wasn't interested.
It's not for sale.
I'm not buying. Jeez. Ah, shit, I screenshotted. Oops.
Alright, so we talked to him, and we know he says no, so let's go talk to Maya about it. I don't know how Maya's gonna take it. Let's find out. Heya.
Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer?
Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He's all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? Or... I see. I've been abandoned then. Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? Hell no. We stay here. I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you, whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well... no one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know. I've been there a long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here.
Right, thank you.
Whew, she smiled at least. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right?
Yes, and I trust you. So you trust me too, okay?
It's a deal. So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer, she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. So that's our hint to go back there. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are? I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment at your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our Justice Miss May is currently using the, facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Don't ask about the accent. Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. I almost forgot. You came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? White. That was his name. My sister told me. The man that ruined their family. Could it be a coincidence? So let's go ahead and get this thing over with, because we all want to know what's in here. There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap. What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Wiretap added to court record. There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this. I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean. You know, I was so bad at reading that when I started reading it correctly, I started trying to correct myself. And then, yeah.
Oh, Bellboy, are you still there?
Uh-oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court.
So I'm gonna say it is a little bit early. I wanted to try to go to 8 p.m. but you know what? It's a very good area to stop, so I'm actually gonna call it a night here. Thank you guys for coming to the stream, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.